Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more 0 Hour. Welcome back to another Pro 1v1 match. Today we have ExCaL against SiZe. We've got ExCaL down in the bottom left with the GLA Stealth in the purple color. And up in the top right, we've got Big SiZe with the orange USA laser. So, ExCaL loves this map. I'm going to guess that he chose this map. I believe this was a challenge played between them both. I think I stole these replays like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And yeah, ExCaL absolutely loves this map. He's very, very strong on it with all armies, as he is on every map with every army. But this one, he particularly, I notice he does choose a lot, and he likes to go for his 3 supply build, which he is doing now as the GLA. But also, SiZe's USA laser is also very, very strong in general. But how strong is he going to be on this map? Not seen much of him on this map, but yeah, let's see what he's going for. So he's actually going for 2 ranges to go for the oils. And then over in the base, it's a very late drop because of the distance of the map. There is a dozer drop. Maybe just trying to keep ExCaL busy, even if that doesn't achieve all that much, just in time for him to get actually the oil. So it's a bit of a distraction technique used among the top players sometimes. However, it hasn't really achieved much or distracted ExCaL all too much, to be honest. SiZe now dropping down his dozer down in the bottom right, also dropping down a barracks. This is a super greedy build order, but if it pays off, then yeah, it's a risk versus reward thing. He's potentially going to have 2 supplies. Doesn't get that oil though. But he's going to potentially get this oil. So if he goes, yeah, if he gets 2 supplies and then a couple of oils as well, that's a really, really strong position for the laser to be in, for sure. But ExCaL's build is also pretty greedy, going for the 3 supplies of GLA. Although I think GLA can get away with it more. He's only collecting on 2 workers there. Technical in the back of SiZe's base now, and he'll see that war factory getting up late. ExCaL will, so he'll know there's not many units up. So actually, if you get a tunnel up now with this forward bunker position, start picking off the MDs, you know pretty much laser doesn't have much at all. But these technicals are going down to just a simple couple of laser locks. I think the micro there could have been a little tiny bit better there from ExCaL, but ExCaL is going to get this tunnel up. Probably going to get at least 1 quad out and then start camping the supply, and that will be pretty hard for SiZe to, well, impossible for him to collect there and without losing the Chinook. 1 MD there does get run over. ExCaL is now camping that supply with just 1 quad. It'll be hard for SiZe to engage that because, I mean, you could ranger drop it, but he might have a load of quads, or you can brute force push it with a load of Vs, but then that might be fully loaded and you could lose a load of Vs. So decent position there by ExCaL. I would have liked to have seen SiZe get in there earlier, but I suppose he couldn't really do it because there's the technicals running around. Technical in the base now of SiZe. Kills his own technical, ExCaL does, but he gets the dozer. Gets the dozer and the war factory. Very, very nice pick off. It's like a 3k kill, isn't it? Because it's 2k for the war factory, and then obviously 1,000 for the dozer as well. But SiZe behind this has got himself 3 oils, which is obviously a really strong position to be in versus ExCaL's just 3 supplies. And bearing in mind he's 1 worker short there, and he's 3 or 4 workers short there. So ExCaL's economy could be a little bit better, or quite a bit better actually, if you had the right amount of workers. Big SiZe now dropping down another barracks over here. This barracks did pay off. I think it was a bit of a YOLO thing. I don't think or an improvisation thing is probably the better way of saying it, because I don't think SiZe expected to drop a barracks there, but he's just keeping ExCaL busy, and he actually managed to get ExCaL's all after all. So yeah, pretty good. SiZe still not collecting over here though, but he is collecting over here. He's dropped down another supply. He's got another war factory up, replaced from before. And Big SiZe is doing very, very well actually. Yeah, he's doing very, very well indeed. He just needs to hold now against this massive amount of technicals. But the Vs are being microed away. 1 V might go down. Nice evac. Lays locked there on the technicals. Another V from the back. Technicals turn around to try and fire at this V now. Another evac, but these Vs here are all pretty much still alive. And every single technical has gone down. And pretty much all that was killed is just 1 V there from SiZe. That's amazing micro. Amazing control and play there from the Big SiZe. Got another power going up for him. I don't know if he's low power or not. Let's just double check. He's not low power, but he's going to go low if he builds like a strat or Supply only takes 1 power, I think. Or is it 3? Well, SiZe has got plenty enough power anyway now. Technical's running around. SiZe has managed to also get himself an artillery platform. ExCaL chose to just kill that oil rather than take it back for himself. He's still neglected on 2 workers there, massively hindering his economy. And ExCaL also doesn't have his own oil at the top left either. So I'd say SiZe has played better and is probably ahead at the moment because there's no palace anywhere to be seen. SiZe, I heard, getting more buildings. He's ahead in terms of XP by only a little bit though. But he isn't collecting here, and he probably won't be able to collect there for a hell of a long time because ExCaL's got this position well camped. TNT there from ExCaL was going for the oil but has failed. SiZe happened to be there with his Vs. Strategy center now going up, but I don't know if ExCaL will see that or not because he only had a technical there recently. And if he saw that go up, then he knows the position of it. But I suppose when he deploys Search and Destroy, the GLA player just has to press the spacebar and it'll take you to where the Search and Destroy was anyway. So I was just going around clearing some stuff. There's another technical in the base now from ExCaL. That's something that ExCaL is very good at. Actually, a lot of people will just do TNTs and tech RPGs in the early game, like as your first attack or whatever, but ExCaL will continually do it even through to the late and mid game, and also whilst there's a fight going on. So you see he's picking off dozers. Is he going to get Firebase as well? No, he just brought 1 terrorist actually. It's a bit of a scout to see what SiZe is doing. Also picked off that dozer, so as long as you pick off even 1 dozer, it's worth it really, isn't it? Because the dozer's worth 1,000 and the technical and the terrorist only worth 700. But SiZe is doing pretty well here. SiZe has managed to clear out that bunker for himself now. Drone there gets picked off. There is another tunnel here that I don't think SiZe knows about. SiZe will now need to start collecting from there. The thing about this map is it seems like it's got a crazy amount of money on it, and you could probably say it does, but what you find is that these crates actually run out pretty quick. So you get a massive cash boost in the beginning, but then you find yourself back to 1 supply, and that's not even that full anymore either. 11.7k. And then the oils tend to get picked off because they're on the extremes of the map. This is a massive engagement here from big SiZe. Big pop there from ExCaL, takes down a load of units, and now ExCaL is focusing this building on the units down here, and SiZe is losing pretty much every single V. I don't think SiZe should hang around here too long, although he has just stayed and just brute forced his way through the GLA here, and I think maybe he knows he has to make something happen. He can't just kind of sit back and let stealth tech up and take all of the base and all of the map and stuff. ExCaL still doesn't have a palace by the looks of things. Has a palace at the top left actually, and now making a hijacker, probably looking for that dozer. SiZe is going to garrison this bunker by the looks of things. That artillery platform there does go down. SiZe is collecting from this bottom right position still, and got himself that oil. But yeah, these oils, that you find they get picked off pretty easy because they're on like kind of the extremes of the map. They're kind of a sitting target, unless of course SiZe was there to protect his thing before, protect his wall before when the TNT came in. But yeah, it's one of the maps where it seems like you got a crazy amount of money, but then as time goes on, you realize your money actually dries up pretty quick and your oils tend to get picked off. Nice A10 there from SiZe, weakening that bunker significantly. Oil going down here, and there's no buggies actually at all, apart from... Okay, we're now seeing them. We've got 3 buggies now. 9 and 10 minute mark are pretty late, but I think because SiZe has played so well so far, he's got ExCaL a little bit behind. And the laser locks there could have been a little bit better, but every single technical does go down anyway. These buggies could be used to pick off this last V. And that missile defender shouldn't achieve anything really. There is a rebel here from ExCaL as well. Is ExCaL going to crush it? Oh man, he lost a buggy there for no reason. So I'm still not collecting from there. He's actually collecting on 4 Chinooks on his main. He does have a supply lines upgrade, a very, very nice upgrade to be getting. SiZe is dropping down a barracks now in the middle. search and destroy range of these Vs is absolutely crazy, picking off these tunnels from a distance, and there's nothing really ExCaL can do about it at the moment, although he does have a pretty full bunker here. He's actually getting $10 for every drone kill. Almost gets a V there as well. But SiZe now collecting from the middle. And yeah, it's not an easy task for USA here. What Big SiZe is doing. Like, to collect from there is very, very difficult. All GLA has to do is put one quad there and a few buggies. There's pretty much nothing the USA can do about it. SiZe bringing in the flashbangs. Does manage to clear the bunker. And SiZe now bringing in the Pathfinders. That's a legendary play there from Big SiZe. That's why he made those that barracks by the looks of things. Managed to clear that. That is a really, really nice play from SiZe there. Sending 1V forward with 2 flashbangs in it, forced the evac and the RPGs, and then brought the Vs in with the Pathfinders. Big SiZe seems to be on fire today on this game. ExCaL now clearing out this bottom right position with a couple of quads. Chinooks there going down. ExCaL choosing to engage the bunker. One quad does go down, but he gets the bounty money from the kills inside. Does need to be careful with this bunker though. Another buggy there going to go down. So he's trying to pick off what he can here with the V. Buggies here come in and absolutely annihilate that V. Dozer goes down. Look at all the bounty money coming in here for the GLA. Crazy, crazy. Chinook there is going to go down, and for once it's actually looking pretty good for ExCaL now, because once these buggies get out in their numbers, combined with these quads, especially with that Vet2 super strong quad, it actually gets pretty difficult. SiZe dropping down 1 drop zone. You're still collecting from there though, which is the good thing. Whereas you see the GLA here is mined out completely on both of those. Yeah, these crates, they tend to... it looks like loads of money, but honestly, it just dries up so quick. So ExCaL is now V hunting with these buggies and absolutely destroys another one of SiZe's Vs. Now, interesting fact for you is actually over a long period of time, the drop zones actually make more money than a black market. So if it was like a 1-for-1 over a long period of time, 1 drop zone for 1 market, then actually SiZe will be making more money, especially with the supply lines upgrade, which brings in 10%. So every time it drops off, it'll drop off 1,650 compared to normally 1,500. I think SiZe drops off just 1 Pathfinder and just leaves it there. It'll stay invisible and pick off the workers all the time. ExCaL would have to run it over or something, or scan it to pick it off. But yeah, ExCaL now collecting from the mid. ExCaL on only 2 markets, so we're saying SiZe has got the economic advantage potentially. Dropping down more and more drop zones. SiZe just biding his time at the moment. I suppose the one thing you can take into account as well is that USA support powers are more powerful. So like Spectre and the A10 and stuff should be able to pick off the markets, whereas GLA has kind of really got to get into the base to pick things off. Either a TNT or literally the big army. But Pathfinder here going to get detected. Colonel Burton gets detected. And SiZe is kind of chilling with his Vs at the bottom right of the map. I don't know kind of what the thinking of that is. I don't know why you would be there. But what's interesting, he is controlling 2 lots of stuff. So he's moving around with this secondary group of Vs without an ambulance, whilst also trying to do what he can with this one. So yeah, ExCal's getting cleared out this top left position. Flashbang Ranger fails to clear out the building. And SiZe is kind of trapped here at the moment, but a few quads are going to lose their lives in combination with this. But what SiZe is actually doing is actually now using his secondary army, or his primary army, whatever you want to call it. And actually, I don't even know how that army is still alive. I think maybe the quads should have stayed back as a line of defense. Meanwhile, let the buggies do the damage. Because if the quads just go close, then of course the laser lock and the TOVs, they come into effect. So SiZe is playing this very, very good. Because if you think most players' natural reaction was when ExCaL's push in there, you'll probably keep your Vs back here a little bit. In case ExCaL pushes in, you're going to want some line of defense. But what SiZe actually did was did the complete opposite and sent his Vs to the bottom right and actually top left. When you're thinking, well, what the hell kind of position is that? But look at what he's actually achieved by it. He's cleared out some of the top. He's actually picked off a few buggies in the middle by like when he came in from the flank. Here comes a potential leaflet and does disable a large chunk there of ExCaL's army. And SiZe is now going to commit into this and picks off himself a load of quads. Behind this, his economy is actually very, very decent, remember. So even if he loses these here, it's probably ExCaL more he can't replace it. Because if you look at the purple specks on the map, there's actually not that many of them when we know only one of them now is a market because the Spectres picked off the other one. So economically now, well, secondary economy wise, SiZe is ahead, but ExCaL's still collecting from here. Could have been a better laser lock there from SiZe. Does pick himself off one quad, but they probably made up most of that money by actually the bounty kills. SiZe is still collecting from there, which is kind of amazing. SiZe does not have his refinery. That's something on this map that a lot of players, even expert level players, are falling down on it, myself included actually, because yeah, you got to remember that refinery is there, perched on the hill. Colonel Burton here getting some nice kills, and ExCaL can't really replace these all too much, to be honest, because of the economy situation. Yeah, if SiZe has got that, just think how he's ahead here anyway, but just think how far ahead he'd be if he'd remembered to get his refinery. Laser lock on one of the quads, on two of the quads actually. SiZe's laser lock mostly on point this game. And I suppose if you take out the quads, then the Colonel Burton can come in. It's looking a little bit dangerous here for SiZe at the moment. He's making laser tanks. He gets completely shredded. ExCaL is pouring pretty much everything into this. He needs to win the game now because... Whoa! MOAB, oh my god, that might have literally won the game. Good job I looked back at that exact moment. The MOAB hit. But that took out pretty much the entirety of ExCaL's army. Only a few buggies, a few quads remain, and the few units that do remain are getting laser locked. Colonel Burton here could pick off them too. Does pick off them too. Ooh. And kills the entire army. That is absolutely amazing play there from Big SiZe. He got the MOAB. That's a $4,000 upgrade. But SiZe really is playing on point. Because it's not easy to defend against quads and buggies. I always say there's pretty much nothing USA can do. But SiZe is showing how it can actually work. But getting the MOAB, yeah, it's expensive, but it hits very, very quick. Like we looked away for 1 second and almost missed it. Here comes A10, kills a load of workers. Doesn't really impact ExCaL that much because the supply's still alive and there's still loads of workers there. Colonel Burton is Vet 3. So he'll heal super, super quick. I think he fires red bullets. It's insane DPS. But you still want to stay away from AP ammo quads. But I think SiZe can see the map. I think he knows all he has to do here is hold on. It's the last kind of a few attacks from ExCaL. ExCaL is getting the bounty money. But there's no way ExCaL can now out-camp this because let's look at all the drop zones here. SiZe actually needs to collect some of these crates. It's one annoying thing about USA is the crates go everywhere. You just want to waypoint your dozer around because of it, obviously. Well, it's probably about even, maybe even worse than a black market if you're not getting any crates. SiZe on point again, man. Even saves the missile defenders, even if it was a direct hit on top of them with the Anthrax. Crazy. Sneak attack there from ExCaL, but that's actually not going to achieve anything. It happens to be right next to a firebase loaded with 3 missile defenders, one of which is Vet 2. So if he'd have popped from there, you would have lost probably half of the HP on all your army, maybe all of your army. Spectre Gunship going to take out one more of the markets. He's kind of cutting the blood supply off, or whatever you want to call it, that's fueling ExCaL's war machine here. ExCaL cannot keep this up for very much longer, but he does need to make something happen here. And he is making some stuff happen, but this Colonel Burton has been so annoying this whole game. Always finding a way. That's one thing. Most people will probably say they prefer Jarman or demo Jarman, plant bombs on buildings, snipe tanks and all that kind of stuff, but Colonel Burton versus buggies, especially if it's Vet 3 and it catches the buggies unawares, you can literally level an entire army of like 4 or 5 buggies, maybe even more, just with one hero unit. It's really, really crazy. Something that SiZe likes to do often. ExCaL is continuing the pressure. He's sending another 3 quads. It's a little bit like art of defense here for big SiZe, but he knows now. I think all he has to do here is just hold on for the next few minutes, and that's it. ExCaL doesn't have an oil here. It's got, obviously, his refinery. This is the part where ExCaL probably wants to think about selling a war factory just to squeeze every little bit of cash out. Every little bit. I sell it one war factory, you could probably squeeze another 2 quads out for that, for the money you'll get back from it. SiZe pushing forward, taking out this tunnel. I suppose if he gets to camp this supply, that's ExCal's only lifeline now into this game. I don't think he has any other income at all on the map. Wow, those MDs doing insane damage to that quad. Just 2 of them, and it just literally a few hits because they were Vet 2. Place the quad down super, super low. ExCaL really does need to protect this area because these workers still collecting. But I think Colonel Burton's going to start knifing him now. Is he going to knife him? Oh no, he's not going to knife him because... Oh, oh man, big SiZe. Another leaflet bomb and disables 2 quads. Colonel Burton just mowing everything down, and big SiZe looking very, very big indeed. I think he's going to win this game. Sneak attack there in the middle. I don't know if sneak attack detects Burton or not, if it's close. I don't know. But yeah, what can ExCaL really do now? There's not a lot. He's got $369 to his name. Big SiZe has played absolutely out of his mind. It's the decision making and strategies that SiZe is going for. Like when he had them 2 groups of Vs on the extremes of the map, going for the MOAB, which is such an expensive upgrade. He's thought about every kind of decision here. And yeah, really, really impressive. Is big SiZe going to put a bomb on this? I think he is. Yeah, there's not really a lot ExCaL could do against that. ExCaL uses GPS scramble, but with two buggies. 2 buggies and 1 quad against this. Might be able to hold him off a little bit if SiZe plays a little bit scared, but Colonel Burton is here once again, always staying with this army. And this is looking in the bag for big SiZe. Barracks there going to go down. We've got a few highly vetted Vs here. ExCaL still in the war factory. Really trying to do the admirable thing here and stay to the very end, but it's looking very, very grim because even if that army got wiped out, the amount of drop zones that big SiZe has got back in his base, and he's now collecting from the middle with 52 Chinooks. Here comes the MOAB this time. We're not going to miss it this time, but it's not going to be as impactful as before. Massive explosion, but doesn't really do that much damage. Takes the tunnel down to the hole, takes down a buggy. Damage to CC a little bit, but for an MOAB, CC's got way too much HP. But yeah, big SiZe. Big SiZe indeed. Little outhouse there. There's also something interesting on this map. If you have a look, maybe he's dead actually. Normally there's someone asleep. Normally a drunk guy asleep by one of the oils or something. Maybe he's dead. He's somewhere around here, but I think he might have died to an explosion or something. Or maybe SiZe built the barracks over him, but yeah, usually he's in that bottom right side somewhere. ExCaL pops a load of RPGs. I don't think he's going to achieve anything here. Ooh, he does get a V actually. That's okay. I don't know if ExCaL has any other units though. If we have a look on ExCal's screen, he's still got 3 units inside of his tunnel. Oh, I'm looking for the dead guy or the drunk guy, whatever you want to call him. I think he might have been deleted. But he's normally there at the bottom right of the map somewhere. Probably seen it on streams before. Spectre gunship now trying to take out the palace and the radar van. I really can't see a way ExCal's going to win. If he does win here, it's going to be comeback of the century because he has got such a tiny little base and knows it, throws in the towel, and Big SiZe wins with 15k float. Look at all them crates he's not even collected. He's not even got his refinery. Just think if he'd collected all them crates, got that refinery, just think would even have, well, he'd have more units produced because the V's are just 10% cheaper. You wouldn't collect more, but you would collect more from all the crates that are scattered all over the map. So yeah, it's a problem with USA. Should that, if there was ever a future patch, should that be fixed? Should they always home in on that supply? Interesting debate. But yeah, well played to Big SiZe here. Did you agree with let me know in the comments, did you agree with the splitting up of the V's? A very unorthodox thing to do, having the two groups at the extremes of the map while ExCaL was pushing through the middle. Thought that was pretty unique there from SiZe, a unique play, and I thought it was very, very impressive because if it had just stayed in the middle of the map, maybe ExCaL would have just kept pushing. So yeah, keeping the two different groups, and also that MOAB, unexpected, even almost missed it, even though we looked away just for like 2 seconds because it comes on the map so fast and just throws down his bomb, and there's nothing ExCaL can do about it unless you're really, really looking and paying attention at that exact moment. But I mean, even then, buggies are fast, but MOAB is just insanely fast. So yeah, well played here from Big SiZe. The eco boom in the beginning paid off. ExCaL also went for an eco boom, but don't think quite as big as Big SiZe. Actually, 2 or 3 oils for 1 supply. Yeah, ExCaL wasn't collecting on one of the supplies with enough workers. He was collecting like with 2 on one of the supplies and then 4 on the other. If he'd have got them both up to 6, would his economy have been better and would he have been able to attack up faster and stuff like that? Probably, I think, yeah. So I think that was definitely a big factor. I'm not going to say absolutely the decider here. I think Big SiZe's stunning play was the decider, what won in the game, but definitely a few things that ExCaL could have done better there. One of them being having the right amount of workers and stuff. So yeah, GG, all played to Big SiZe. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and see you in the next one.